Welcome to In the Key of Kesa. Hey y'all, it's been some time since I rocked out with y'all and vibed out in my car. Tonight it is raining. I figured this was a great night to come and do a batch of videos. And so you're going to get a batch of videos because I've been gone for a minute and you guys deserve to have some videos to critique and listen to and vibe out to. All right, we are going to get into a couple of songs here. I am going to surprise you with a couple of my favorites and hopefully they'll be your favorites as well. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are getting ready to go back down that rabbit hole that I so love to go down. We are going to be listening to the sounds of the Beatles. Now, I don't know how many of you are Beatles fans out here, but listen, I was not even born when they first came out. But listen, I am a huge Beatle fan. I love the sounds of John Lemon, Ringo, and I can't think of the other guy's name. I'll think of it in a minute. It's always usually after the video's over. But if you can tell me the fourth member of the Beatles band, I will be so inclined to give you a great thank you. All right, but before we get into this song, I want to remind you to like, subscribe, and share. Press the notification bell so you can be notified each and every time I go live or upload a brand new video. Now, with that being said, if you want to continue to see me produce more of these hits, more of these songs, you want to help me grow and flow, you can do that two ways: through my Cash App or through Buy Me a Coffee. And if you just want to get to the head of the list because you're very zealous and you just need me to hear that greatest hit that you want me to hear, go ahead and send me a Buy Me a Coffee and I will be sure to put you to the head of the list. Now, with that being said, I want to let y'all know I am outside in this beautiful rain. I'm enjoying the lights and all the different things, and I hope that you guys are enjoying the Christmas holiday as well. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into this song.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be.
I love the words to the song, although they basically have a little bit of a different belief system, but I love the fact that it's basically saying, when I'm in trouble or when I'm going through certain things, there is a guiding light at the end of that tunnel that tells me words of wisdom, that gives me inspiration. And I want to know what this song means to you all, especially if you are a Beatles fan, you were growing up in that era and you know about that whole entire era. I want to know what your interpretation of the song is. And I do believe that this is a song that is really great to hear today. Like I've always said to you guys, there's something that happened with music. I'm not quite sure what happened with it, but it doesn't translate very well today. It doesn't inspire today. It basically makes people angry today. We don't have a moral compass or a moral center like we once did. Now everybody's just angry and we're just, singing all kinds of lyrics and cussing each other out and all kinds of things in the music. But I am one of those, and I'm not a flower child, but maybe I might be to some that are, in this time era, because I love genuine music that speaks to me, music that inspires, it uplifts, it gives me a sense of hope. And I think this song does that. So let's get back into the song.
Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree.
Now, what I love about this, you can tell that all the musical instruments weren't really playing, or they were kind of little low. They were in the background. And as you get to this specific portion of the song, you can hear the drums come in, and you can hear it comes in a little bit subtle, but then it starts building up. I want to rewind that a little bit so you can hear it again.
Be, whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still.
I love the intensity that is building up. You can hear it in the piano. You can hear it in the drums and the guitar. I love it, love it, love it. And this is what I love about music. If you sit there long enough, you can kind of imagine the time era you were in. You can even hear all the little things, the little odds and ends of the song that you would not normally hear if you were watching a video. That's the part I love. That's why I love vibing out, because it takes me in a place like, oh, I didn't know they did that. Oh, I didn't know they were playing it like that. And for me, it allows me to experience the song all over again, just like the first time. All right, let's continue.
A chance that they will see, there will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Yeah, there will be an answer, let it be.
And what do you think let it be really means? If we're just talking in my terms, when somebody says just let it be, they're literally saying let it go. And sometimes, you know, you can hold grudges against people, and people are like, just let that be, let it go. And oftentimes those are the words of wisdom that we need. And I love how in this song it kind of contrasts. Now, that may not be the full interpretation of the song, but if I just took that one wording, let it be, you know, that phrase, if you will, that says so much in itself. Let go of old grudges, let go of old regrets and all that stuff. You can't change it anyway. So just let it be. And that's, you know, that's great wisdom. Great wisdom. Let's continue.
Let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
Is that like the pipe organ, guys? That sounds like that is the pipe organ. I have to rewind that just a little bit. Yep. Now, this, guys, is what I would call a good old-fashioned jam session. Okay, they're just vibing out. That's what I'm talking about, that vibing out. Now, those of you know I'm going to do a lot of stopping in between, and that's for various reasons, but I'm going to put in the link, the entire song, that you can go over there and enjoy it. I'm just using this to critique it and talk about a time era that I think has been forgotten. I love that. And then I don't know who's singing. I think Paul's singing this, but then he has the nerve to get a little bit of vibrato in there. I'm going to rewind that a little bit. He gets a little happy with this, I think. Okay.
Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow.
Those of you that are Beatles fans, I want to know, where did the Beatles come from? And how old were they? I really believe they were very, very young. And I remember they were showing a documentation on them coming off of a plane. Tell me what you guys remember about them. What were you doing at that time? What was the state of the world at that time? I would love to know all of that. All right, let's continue.
Let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. Yeah, let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Yeah, let it be. For there will be an answer. Let it be.
Who was your favorite band member? Tell me who your favorite band member was. Okay. Did you like all four? Or did you like one or two? Or maybe just like one? My favorite, to be honest, was Paul McCartney, because he, for whatever reason, just seems to translate through time. He worked with various artists. I love him. I absolutely adore Paul. Okay.
It becomes a song of victory. Your love has set.
And I feel like he's brought so much. Not to say that he was the entire group or anything, but to me, he stood out a little bit more. And then I would say I like Ringo too. I like him as well. He didn't do as big as, John Lemon and Paul McCartney, but he was in his own right a great musician and a great I think songwriter, in my opinion. And if you tell me, no, Casey, you don't know what you're talking about, let me know. I love to hear your opinions too. All right. And tell me again, who are the four members of this prestigious boy band? All right. This makes me want to have a candle and just wave it. Were you guys waving candles? Those of you that were live. And have you ever been to a Beatles concert? If you have, let me know. All right. I enjoyed that immensely. I really did, guys. Again, the Beatles were before my time, but because my parents were born obviously in that time frame. My mom was a baby boomer and my dad was born in the silent generation. He was born in 1936 and my mom was born in 1945. And so I know they know the Beatles. And like I said, in my household, we played everything. We played classical, we played, jazz, all that stuff, and gospel, obviously, because that is my absolute favorite, and then followed by the others. But guys, I really enjoyed going back memory lane, and I hope that you enjoyed this video too. I just want to share some of my favorite memories and some of my favorite songs with you all. All right, until the next video. keep vibing out.